We're here with Annette Hyde. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on. Annette, you're running for as a Democrat for Virginia House District 30.
That
Is
is
that
correct.
awesome? Can you tell us a little bit about your district and why you decided to run?
Well, my district is in central Virginia. It covers Madison County, where I live, all of Orange County, and most of Culpeper County. We are north of Charlottesville and south of Warrenton in Virginia. The district is pretty much rural. We have three towns in the district. One is the town of Culpeper, the other is the town of Orange, and the other one's the town of Gordonsville. It is mostly agricultural. We have a lot of families from Northern Virginia within the last year because of the pandemic, moving especially into Culpeper County to find housing more affordable and more land for what they're paying for in Northern Virginia. I first ran for this office in 2017. I lost the Democratic nomination at a convention by one vote.
One vote.
One vote. So when I'm knocking doors and talking to folks and they tell me that their vote doesn't matter, I tell them that story because one vote would have made a difference between me running in 2017 and not running in 2017. Actually, it was a really good thing that I didn't get the nomination and meeting a whole lot of Commonwealth. And in 2019, I ran for the state Senate against one of the most powerful senators in Virginia, Emmett Hanger. He hadn't had a Democratic opponent in 12 years. And I don't believe any politician should run unopposed.
Good.
Well, the reason I ran for this seat again is I really wasn't going to do it after that my Senate race, but then COVID happened. And I'm a yoga teacher. It's my day. Unfortunately, with underlying conditions, died from COVID in May of 2020. That really hit me pretty hard because my students are like extended family. And then instead of being a leader in this district during a pandemic, my opponent, Delegate Nick Freitas, decided his time was better spent running for Congress against Representative Abigail Spanberger and also doing his Radical Right podcast. So I decided I had to step up and run because this district has been getting left further and further behind by Delegate Freitas's lack of leadership and his continuing to vote no against our families and against our small businesses. And it was a decision that was very easy to make if I really needed to step up and become a leader for this district.
Well, Annette, I mean, you have stepped up, as you mentioned, time and time again. So thank you for that. And running in 2017, running for office is no small feat, running again for a state Senate seat. But you're also one of the founding members of the local chapter of Moms Demand Action in your district. And it seems like you've been pretty in tune with the needs of Virginia. So I thank you from me for running again. But your story about students, being sick, we're also having those conversations in Chicago. COVID is something that I think a lot of officials want to forget about. They don't want to run on their performance on COVID. They want to run on what they will do, facing a future of COVID. We mentioned why these interviews are kept kind of tight and short, but do you want to close a little bit with what your platform's about and what you already emphasized, but what people could see in your leadership that would be radically different from your opponents?
Well, my platform is pretty simple. It is healthcare and reproductive rights, especially. I would like to see Medicare for all, but at a state level, what I'd like to see is a public option to buy into Medicaid. I think it's going to be the only way to bring insurance premiums down. Education is a big part of my platform, especially right now with our kids going back to school here in the district, and the big argument about masking and vaccination. I want to give our students and our schools the tools they need for success. Affordable broadband for everyone. One of the counties in my district has made the investment to bring broadband to the entire county, but there are other places in Virginia that aren't able to do that. Social, racial, societal justice is a big issue. What I would like to see is there was an incident that happened in March. It was a fatal traffic accident between a Culpeper County Sheriff's deputy and a resident from Orange. The resident from Orange was killed. The matter was turned over to the state police. I think it should have been turned over to the Attorney General's Civil Rights Office. And climate change is another big issue, especially as it happens with our farmers. As I said, most of the district is rural, and especially this year, it has been a really terrible year for our farmers with long periods of drought, and now we're in the midst of a week-long deluge of rain. So those are the important issues that really our district is facing, and that's why I want to be elected to help the people that I live with.
Thank you so much for doing that. Before we close, thank you again for being on with us. Where can people find more information about your platform, and where can they sign up to help you get elected?
The website is www.annetteva.com. There is a volunteer form on the website. It says join the team. You can also find us on Facebook at Annette for Delegate. Twitter is Annette Serves VA, and Instagram is at Annette Serves VA.
Awesome. Annette, thank you again for being with us here at the Collective Social Network. We'll be looking to your race and sharing your information and wishing you the best of luck. Thank you for running again.
Again, thank you.